everybody. Here we are, all ready to take you down to Pine Ridge for another visit with Lum and Abner. Brought to you by the makers of Horlicks, the original malted milk. Have you noticed that quality stores nearly always serve Horlicks malted milk at the soda fountain? Next time you're out shopping, look for the Horlick name and see if this isn't a fact. Here's the reason for it. Good stores know the value of Horlicks malted milk. They know that for richness, for flavor, for results, this famous original malted milk is not to be compared with the many imitations of Horlicks now on the market. They are paying more to give you the best. The Horlick name at the fountain, then, is a sign of that store owner's high standard of selection. If you don't see it, ask the clerk to get Horlicks for you. And now, let's see what's happening down in Pine Ridge. Well, Lum returned from a trip to Kansas City a few days ago with the idea that he and Abner would open a picture show in Pine Ridge. Yesterday, they made arrangements with Dick Huddleston to rent a building which has been used as a cotton warehouse for their new business. Today, they have a crew of men busy remodeling the building. As we look in on Pine Ridge today, Abner has just returned from the warehouse. We find him down at the Jot Em Down store discussing their plans with Grandpappy Spears. Listen.
Oh, I just can't wait to get started. Just think, get to sit there and look at the picture show every night for nothing.
Oh, everybody in town just tickled to death over it. Lots of folks here in Pine Ridge that ain't never saw a picture show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some around here. It's awful backwoodsy yet. I seen a picture show 2 years ago. It ain't going to be nothing new to me.
No, but I believe you'll do well with it, Abner. You and Lum ought to make a lot of money out of it.
Oh, Lum says we're going to make millionaires out of ourselves with it.
Yeah, I hope you do. Hope you do.
Did Lum say where he's going, Grandpap, when he left?
Why, yeah, he said something about going over to see Moe's Moose. Something about renting some folding chairs from the lodge hall. You know, Moe's is one of the high-up ospreys in the lodge.
Yeah. I dogged I'd forgot about us having to have seats for over there.
Oh, yeah, you have to have seats.
Well, I hope he can rent them. I'd hate for us to have to buy brand new ones.
Yeah, that'll save you some money right there.
Yeah, well, I saved her some a while ago. That's what I want to see Lum about. I bound you he'll be tickled to death whenever he finds out what I did.
Save some money, did you?
Yeah, I don't know why in the world we never thought of it before now. It'll just cut out a lot of extra carpenter's work. What it'll do.
Yeah. You want to watch them things, because it's going to be right smart of a job remodeling that old cotton warehouse, ain't it?
Yeah, now, the way I've got it figured out, it ain't so, Grandpa. All he's going to have to do is just build a little room upstairs in the back for the picture machine and then board up the window so that the light can't get in.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Lum's got some big ideas about fixing the place up fancy, but I think I can talk him out of it.
Well, yonder comes Lum now.
Yeah. I'll just get him to go over there with me so that I can show him what I thought of.
Yeah, he's the busiest somebody I ever seen in my life. He's been on the go all day long today.
Yeah. And the only trouble for Lum about he's got to watch him. He's so extravagant.
Extravagant?
Yeah, he never stops to think what anything's going to cost. You ought to hear some of the ideas that he's got studied up for that show.
Better mind out what you're saying.
Uh-huh. Hey, Lum, after you left over there a while ago, I studied up an idea that'll save us $100.
Save us $100?
Yes, sir. As I said, it cost us $100 to put a new floor in there.
Yeah, but we've got to have a new floor.
No, I figured out a way around that, Lum. That floor we got in there is all right.
Yeah, it's all right, but it ain't slanting. Picture show's got to have a slanting floor so folks can see over one another's heads.
Well, this'll be slanting when they get done doing what I told them to. See, instead of building a new floor, well, I've got them over there raising up one end of the building.
Raising up one end of the building?
Yeah, we're just hiking up the front end of it there to where it'll be about 6 foot higher than it is in the back. That'll make it slanting, and we won't have to build no new floor.
Oh, for goodness sakes, Abner, that ain't going to work.
What's the reason it ain't?
Why, the building won't look right. The windows and doors will all be slanting, too. How's folks going to get up there to the front door and hit it sticking up about 10 foot in the air?
Well, I hadn't thought about that part of it.
That's just the trouble. You don't think about nothing.
We could build a stairway up there to it. Could do that.
Well, that little room we was aiming on using for the box office, it'll be slanting, too.
Yeah, everything will be slanting.
Well, that ain't going to do. Front door will be pinting right up in the
sky that way, and every time it rained, it'd flood the building. Just rain right in the front door.
Yeah.
Grandpap, I wish you'd go over and tell Ezra to hold off on that raising the building. Tell him to go ahead and put that floor in there like I told him to.
Yeah, all right, Lum, I'll tell him.
I still think that idea of mine's a good one.
Well, Abner, it just won't work now, so just forget about it. And don't be going around over there telling Ezra to do one thing after I've told him to do something else.
Well, I was just trying to save us some money was all.
That's all right. I just want to get started over as quick as we can. You're just making matters worse.
Did you rent the chairs from the lodge hall?
Yeah, I had to give a little more for 'em than I wanted to, but I told Mose we'd rent 'em for a month anyway.
Why couldn't we just put some benches in there, Lum?
Benches?
Yeah, set some candy buckets in there, upside downers, and then just lay some boards across them.
Candy buckets with boards across. We've got to fix the place up nice, make 'em feel comfort in there. We're going to have folding chairs in there or nothing.
Well, all right. I just hope we don't spend all our money before we get started, though.
Well, Abner, it's like I've always told you, you've got to spend money to make it.
Spend it to make it.
Now, I've explained all that to you before. I'm not going into it again. You know what I mean. It's going to cost us right smart of money just starting out this way, but there's just certain things that we've got to have. Got to have some music for one thing.
Music?
Yeah, somebody to play the piano. You know, like they do in there at Meany.
You mean that we've got to buy a piano, too?
Well, if we can't rent one summers, I reckon we'll have to.
Well, what's there use to have music in there, Lum? They ain't going to dance or nothing.
No, but you've got to have music along with the picture.
Do?
Why, sure. If it's a sad picture, we'll have them play some sad music. And if the hero's about to catch the villain, why, we want to play some real fast and exciting music.
Well, there's some more expense. Got to get somebody to play the piano.
Well, you don't expect it to play itself, do you?
Well, no, but... Huh? Wait a minute here. Why couldn't we get a player piano like that that Grandpappy Spears has got?
Granny, that's right. I hadn't thought about that.
Mike could just rent that off of him, Lum. I don't think him and Charity ever played the thing unless they got company.
Well, sir, that might be just what we're looking for.
Sure.
We'd have to get some new rolls of music for it, though. He ain't got but 3 rolls that I ever heard him play. Casey Jones and Steamboat Bill and some other, and I don't recollect.
Yeah, Star Spangled Banner, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's always trying to stand up and pump them pedals at the same time while he plays it. I saw him.
Yeah, we don't want that down there
No.
in the picture show. Well, as he likes that tune, he'd have the folks standing up about half the time.
Yeah, wouldn't need no seats that way. Wouldn't need but half as many.
Well, when Grandpap gets back, I'll speak to him about that, see if we can't rent that pioneer from him. That's a good idea you had there, Abner.
Well, I'm glad I had one that was all right. I was just about to lose confidence in myself.
Well, let's see now. That gets the music and the chairs, and Ezra's already working remodeling the building. Next thing we got to locate is a moving picture machine.
What?
A machine to show the moving pictures with.
Oh, yeah, that just reminds me, too, Lum. I've got something here, if I can find it. Something I cut out of a magazine down at the barber shop. Yeah, here it is. Now, look at that. That might be just what we're looking for.
What is it? A home movie projector.
Oh, I thought it was a moving picture machine. Mose Moot said it was.
Well, it is, but it says, have your own moving pictures at home with this handy little projector. Complete with 2 rolls of films, $2.79.
Yeah, them things don't cost as much as I allowed they would, Lum.
It's just the trouble, they don't cost enough.
Don't cost enough.
Oh, this thing wouldn't throw a picture over 20 or 30 feet. We're going to have the machine sitting upstairs there clean at the back of the building.
At the back?
Why, sure.
Well, Ezra's sure mixed up then, Lum, for he's building that room in front.
In front?
Yes, sir, right up there over the box office.
Well, yeah, that's right. That's the back of the house. You see, when you get inside of a show that way, you go in the front, but when you get in here, you're in the back of the house. When you get inside of a show that way, the front starts being the back, and the back starts being the front.
You mean you're going to turn the building around?
No, but things just changes.
Well, I'll be dead blamed. I never had noticed that.
Well, now, when you come in the front door of a picture show and sit down quick as you get inside, you ought to say you're sitting in the back of the house. But you just come in the front. If you want to sit down there in front, you've got to go clean to the back.
Well, I've been turned around them things and never even noticed them. I always sit on a front row if I can find a seat that ain't took. But I've been sitting in the back unbeknownst to myself, ain't I?
Well, just quit studying about it, Abner. You're getting yourself mixed up, and me too. Regardless of which is the front and which is the back, the screen's going to be at one end of the building, and Ezra's building a booth for the picture machine at the other, so this little machine here wouldn't work on account it wouldn't throw a picture that far.
Well, why don't he just build a booth about 6 feet from a screen? Then this machine will work all right.
No, I've got a better idea than that. I'm going to call up that feller that runs the Lyric Theater in there at the county seat and ask him where I can buy one.
And I bound you he can't tell you where you can buy one any cheaper than this in here, no. I know.
I hope I can find him around there this time of the day. Central, ring me the Lyric Theater, please, Mom. All right. I ain't got the least idea what his name is.
I thought his name was Mr. Lyric.
No, that's just the name of the show.
Huh.
Our name ain't Mr. Jot Em Down. Just wait a minute. Hello? Mr. Lyric? Oh, dad blame it, Abner. Who am I talking to? I mean, are you the fellow that runs the picture show?
Don't even know who he's talking to.
Well, this is Lum Edwards out at Pine Ridge. Lum Edwards.
Fan what? That's all he thinks about.
Yes, sir. Why, me and my partner, Mr. Peabody, is putting in a moving picture show out here, and I just wondered if you could tell me where we could buy a moving picture machine at.
Him and his fancy idea.
Well, just as cheap one as I can find. How's that?
Still too so.
You have? Well, that may be just what we're looking for.
I still think we slant the
Oh, we don't mind it being second-handed if it's in good shape. How much would you want for it? Well, I grant me and Mr. Peabody will be in there tonight to look at it then.
There you go.
Yeah, don't sell it till we get there. All right, fine. Much obliged. Goodbye. I grant you, Abner, he's got a machine in there that he'll take $20 or $75, I believe he said. Said he used to use it there himself.
Well, at this rate, the old fellow should soon be open for business. Ladies and gentlemen, before we leave the air tonight, I'd like to say a few words about the value of Horlicks malted milk after an illness. Horlicks is used regularly in hospitals all over the world for a number of reasons. It's especially easy to digest, making it more desirable in many cases than ordinary milk. It's extremely palatable. Patients don't tire of the fragrant malt flavor, however finicky they are. It agrees with the weakest stomach, and it contains the necessary vitamins and minerals for helping build weakened bodies back to health, for giving strength and weight and energy. If you know of any persons who are convalescing, don't fail to suggest Horlicks malted milk to them. Medical authorities have been specifying Horlicks for over 50 years. You can get it, you know, at any druggist in both natural and chocolate flavor. This is Carlton Brickert speaking for Lum and Abner and Horlicks, who now bid you all good night and good health.